Watch out, dude. רגע, יש לך שם... אתה יודע. רגע. זהו.
למה הוא לא נוסע?
לא, תגיד לו להתקדם טיפה. Stop and then I'll be able to go. What are you saying? Make sure you do not press stop. Whatever you do not press stop. It should say why.
Best, eh? תנו לו לקחת עוד קצת רוורס. הוא רוצה עוד קצת רוורס. שנייה, קחו קצת רוורס. קח עוד קצת רוורס, שנייה. קח עוד רוורס, קח עוד. זהו, מספיק.
The feed is still, is that okay? Yeah, I'm gonna restart. It should go back on within a second. On. Although the towers are...
Here on the final leg of this journey, your journey to Olam Emes. You never told us, B'chaim, B'ferish, that you wanted to go to Eretz Yisrael. But you intimated to us many times that your pleasure, that you were zeicha to take Zaidi to Eretz Yisrael. We know how much you loved Eretz Yisrael. We wanted to bring you to be closer to the Eibishter in Eretz Yisrael. And B'korev soon. Bizman Tchias HaMeisim. You should be zeicha to get up without any of the Yisurim that are associated with getting up in Chutz La'aretz. And we hope and we promise that we're going to visit. And we hope that we made the right decision. We know that we made the right decision. Just a few words about my father. Many of the people here didn't know him so well. My father was a person who was incredibly beloved. Anybody who was at the Maimed of the Levaya yesterday in New York will never forget that Levaya. I'm his son, but I know that there were hundreds and hundreds of people who were crying outside the Levaya, people who were not considered his best friends. He was a person who always had a good word for everybody, a person who ran after the MS. He lived his whole life with MS. He lived his whole life to help other people. He didn't just run after MS, he had no Havana of Sheker. We said yesterday how if there was a chumrah that people were keeping because of, people sometimes keep chumras out of Sheker, there are certain zaitika reasons. He didn't just not tolerate them, he Pasha didn't understand them. If there was a Rav who was a kanoi, some people were scared of Rabbanim who were kanoim. He ran after them if he felt that they were MS. My father got up every single morning to learn at 5:30 in the morning. He worked a very hard and long day. And he would come home, he would run to the shir. He didn't miss the shir, if there was anything that he could do about it. Whenever I would meet him at a wedding the last few weeks, if it was at a wedding from his shul, he'd always beg me, no, come to the Daf Yomi. They're giving Daf Yomi now between the chuppah and the dancing. He would beg me to come with him to the Daf Yomi. That's what he wanted. That's what was important in his life. We would often sit at work and we would have, especially the last 2 years, he wasn't well anymore, and we would have these deep conversations. He would constantly tell me, what's the whole point? Just learn a little bit more. Just have bitachon. What's the point of life? The point of life is to do what you're supposed to do. Your family. You were the best father in the world. There's no family that loves their father with such an ava gemura like we loved you. We're going to continue in your way, the way you raised us, to be happy, to be b'samech b'chelkai, to be there for one another, to be there for mommy. We're going to take care of each other. I was telling someone over here before, Rabbi Reisman recently instituted in the Flatbush a mishmar. 10:30 at night on Thursday nights, he wanted the Olam to come to learn. He wanted to get something going. So as soon as he told Ta, he had to beg a lot of people. As soon as he told Ta, my father agreed immediately. He said, I'm coming. He went with Moshe every single week. And when I spoke with Rabbi Reisman on the phone 2 weeks ago, he told me that he has this image on his face of Ta, an image on his Ta walking into the Mishmar at 10:30 at night after a long day. He first woke up at 5:30 and then he had work and then he went to shir and then I left at 10:30 at night. He would come into the Mishmar with such a smile on his face. That's what Rabbi Reisman said to me. He said, Rabbi Reisman, you have no idea. He was sick. He was doing chemo. He was taking chemo on Thursdays and on Fridays. And Thursday morning he'd wake up at 5:30 to learn with Shmuel. And then he would go to work. He would go straight to chemo. He would sit there for 3, 4, 5 hours in the hospital, getting full with all sorts of garbage. He would come to work, he would look like a wreck. And after, he would work the next 6, 7 hours and go home to his shir. And then at night, he would be feeling the side effects of the chemo. He was nauseous, he was tired, he was bloated. He would go to learn Mishmar. Because that's what his life was about. His life was about Torah. He gave me the schus of coming to Eretz Yisrael for 9 years. Every time there was a havmini to come home, he would say, what's going to be so bad if you go to work a little bit later? You'll have your whole life to work. Go learn, go learn, go learn. I remember one time I had a few rough months after I'd gone back to America, and I came back to Eretz Yisrael for another winter's man. And I remember speaking to him a few weeks in, and he said to me, I told him how I was learning great. The learning was amazing. I was asked by Rav Asher. And I remember him saying to me, there's just something about Eretz Yisrael. There's just something about Eretz Yisrael. You just stay there. Just stay there. Don't come home. Just stay there. Just learn there as long as you can. He was so happy that we got a chance to come here when we were married. He never for once, never for 1 second, never for one half a second did he ever register any sort of resentment towards the fact that I was still here learning and I was going to start school later. The last 2 years I was able to give a shir at night, and the one who suffered the most from that shir was my father, because I was leaving the office and he was staying. And every single night, if I was in the office at that time, at 7 o'clock, he would walk into my office and he would say, "No, go home, you got to give your shir." Not once, there's not another boss in the world who would every single day had in mind that his son had to go home, not to work the hours that he was working, even though he was paying me, because I had to go give a shir, because to him, Torah was the most important thing in the world. Ta, thank you for everything you did for us. We ask Mechila in my name, in the name of the whole family. If you weren't Mechabed you Koroi, we know that you're happy with our decision to bring you to Eretz Yisrael. We will visit you. We will take care of each other. We will take care of Mommy. Thank you, Ta. We should give us Tchias Emeis and Mekar of Mamish, and we should see you again. Bila Mavas and Nesach, Mocha Shem Dimen Me'al Kapanim.
Really asked me to be maspid, but I was reluctant to do so, because I just feel that to be maspid someone, you have to portray, you have to paint an accurate portrait, an accurate picture of what that person is. And who can portray an accurate picture of what my brother, who was larger than life, was? He was my older brother, but never treated me as a younger brother. He always treated me as an equal, even though I knew that he was in no way his equal. I'm known by many as Louie's brother. I know that there are a lot of people who would feel upset by being known by their brother's name. But I never felt that way, because I was always proud to have him as my brother. I can't imagine what a Pesach will be without you. And I can't imagine what a Simchas Torah will be like without you. I can't imagine what Shabbos will be like without you sitting next to me. I can't imagine what it will be like to come to Eretz Yisrael on the trip that we took every year, you and me and David, and without you there. I can't imagine what it's going to be like not to be able to pick up the phone and call you and hear your voice and get your advice. A few weeks ago, we were on our way to a shir on a Matzah Shabbos by Rabbi Reisman. Out of the blue, you tell me, I can't believe that Daddy, my father, is gone 16 years. He said to me, I thought that when Daddy passed away, my life was over. I wouldn't be able to go on without him. He said, but life goes on. Life goes on. Life will go on. We'll rally around each other. We'll band together. We'll go on. But life, Chaim Elazar, will never be the same without you. We will miss you terribly, and we will never forget you. We will follow in your ways, and we will try to emulate you and be more like you. I know it was never in your nature to be insulted or to feel ba'avul, to feel wronged by anybody. But I ask Mechila on behalf of myself and Malki, Sarah and Ari, Yudis, Tzvi, Ellie, Mendy and Yosef, Susan, David and Heliana, that if in any way we didn't treat you the way you should have been treated, we didn't do enough for you, we insulted you in any sort of way, that you should be meichel us. And Mechila Gemura, you go up now, you'll meet Teddy, you'll meet your shver, you'll meet your uncles, your aunts, form a coalition with them, go before the Rebbeinu Shalom, and be Belitza Yosha for all of us, for the whole Mishpacha, for all your friends, for all of Klal Yisrael, who need Yeshua's and Refuahs.
Over the last couple of weeks, one has the ability to be introspective and to think a lot, to try to make sense of what you can't make sense of. And I was thinking in the hospital one night that over the course of one's life there are a few people that they can change the trajectory of the way that you think and the way that you act. And it's important to grab onto those people. It's important to recognize them and to not let go. And I met my father-in-law 11 years ago. He was that person. He completely changed the way myself and Menachem and Beryl and the way we approach life and the way that we thought about interacting with other people, because he had so many incredible attributes. Things that have been talked about yesterday and today, but so much that has yet to be talked about. But at his core, he was one of the finest human beings that I've ever met. He had this ability to take any person that he met. It didn't matter if he just met you, and to make you feel like you were so close to him. And he did it to everybody. And he taught us so much. How to forgive, how to let things go, how to not focus on the little things, how to completely focus on the important things in life. And Moshe just mentioned Pesach, how weeks in advance he would get so excited, it would overcome him with, we're going to Susan, can you find a better hotel? You can't find a better hotel. He would say it over and over. He meant it so much. And it wasn't the accommodations. It was the family. It was the love. It was being together. And Sukkot, and we would sit so proud of it. Look what we built. Look what we have. Look at the family. Look at my son-in-laws. Look at my daughters. Look at my grandchildren. Look at how much we have. And it was always about the important things. It was never about the little things. Always focused on the real things, the things that made you think and stop and realize how right he was time and time again. And he never asked anything from us, ever. The only thing he ever asked of me was not to move to Muncie. Because he wanted us to be so close to him. I want to ask you, Mechila. Sorry. I know you said it was okay. Sorry. Sorry if we didn't tell you how much we loved you enough. And tell you we didn't grab on hard enough. We knew you were sick. We just didn't want to believe. I think all of us just sort of assumed that it would be better, that you would be okay. Steve was saying to me a few weeks ago how proud we all were to be known as Louie's daughters and son-in-laws and son, how much it meant to us. How early on when I got engaged, how people would just make comments about, you are entering a wonderful family, your father-in-law is just the most amazing person. And they didn't even know half of it. They didn't even know half of it. So much to say, Tot. On behalf of Esty and the kids who barely knew you, you're not going to be in Israel's bar mitzvah for Chesky's girls. But I promise you, we will do everything we can to carry on everything you taught us, to teach them so much, such big shoes to fill. But we will make you proud. And we will carry on everything that you've taught us. And Lishy's right, we will dance together, we will rally together, but it won't be the same. I love you, Tom. I want to ask Mechila on behalf of Esty and the kids, did anything at all, I'm sorry. And we love you. I'm gonna miss you.
Hold the phone.
Okay, I'm gonna read it.
A few weeks ago, when Lizzie and Leah were by us for Shabbos, Lizzie said how lucky he was that he had 3 siblings. I said, Lizzie, I don't understand. He said, Susan, Moshe, and you. What don't you understand? So I'll speak as a sibling. Yesterday, Swilly and Beryl spoke about Lizzie and the real estate, and many people, the Rabbanim, Rosh Yeshiva, spoke about his honesty. And the Gemara talks about investing 1/3 of your money in real estate. And a lot of conversation yesterday about finding a good piece of real estate for Swilly here in Hamanuchas. Here we are. So much is made of real estate. And I was thinking on the plane that really the best piece of real estate that a person has is what was described yesterday as a Shem Tov. And Swilly has, and Lizzie has, the best real estate in the world. It's not the real estate that he bought and sold. It's not the real estate that's so hard to get in Hamanuchas. But it's the real estate of having the Shem Tov. And Lizzie, you have the most coveted real estate in the world. Your name, your good name, that everyone knows. So Susan asked me many times, how could this be? We don't have an answer. But like Swilly said, as you wanted Swilly to learn forever, because this is the best place to learn, this is the best place to be, Liel and Verd, you're now here, Liel and Verd, Swilly. Susan, Elian, and I. Ask you for Mechila. Many people have said you should be a good debater for your family, for Klal Yisrael. You should be a good debater for your mother. To bring her over fool.
Akabio ben Malal Eloi Meristake Vishloish Advorim Vein Atoboy Davero Dam Yain Boso Lanatoile Ifnemiato Silitin Din Becheshboin Meain Boso Kolon Atoile Himkomo Forimo Vesoleo ולפנימיאתו סיליטן דין בחשבון לפני מלך מלכי המלוכים הקדוש ברוך הוא גדול לא יצורע אבל הללויו אשר נחו גבוכו יסקול לכם בני אדום ועושייס לאיש כדחו ברכים הללום להגיד כי יושר אדינוי צורי ולעבלו סבוי אדינוי נוסון ואדינוי לקוח יהי שם אדינוי מבורך בורך הוא מכפר עוון ולא ישחיס וירבו להושיב אפוי ולא יועיל כל חמוסוי Amen. Yom Mother Brach Rusev, Yom Nechmal Rusev, Yatzmach Brukonev, Vikorev Meshiver. Amen. Chayechoynu, Yom Nechoynu, V'chai L'chol Beis Yisrael, V'agolov Zman Korev Yemru. Amen. Amen. Yisbarach, Vishtabach, Vispar, Yisremam, Yisnasei, Visador, Visalev, Visalosh, Shmei V'kuchav Rechu. Edom in kol bechasa v'shiras v'tish bechasa v'nechamasa dan v'nom v'yomra v'yimru amen. Yehi shlom erav min shemayim v'chayim v'leinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. V'yiseh shalom v'yimru v'yaseh shalom v'leinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. You can come in now. Okay. רבותיי, הלוויה יוצאת, צקוש צדיק בייס, אנחנו עושים פה שמאלה ושמאלה. אתם תדעו פה במדרגות, אנחנו נחכה פה לכם למטה בירידה. זה לא רחוק, זה נשבית. ותראו בנדו בדיקה.
YouTube is causing an issue. That means that their servers are all stuck. I'm not going to switch now servers. I don't want. I know. Give me. YouTube is having an issue. I'm not going to switch it off now because it's still streaming. I'll see it right now. We're going to come out. No, after. I don't want to turn it off. Leave it down. It's still recording. It should be back up now. It's okay. On right after it'll be on. The whole thing will be right on. It's like the actual equipment showing it. It's not recording. I know. It's recording. It's recording. The streaming server is giving an issue. It's on. It's going to be on YouTube right now. There are two servers. There's one that receives it and one that responds to it. The one that's sending it out. Got it. Oh, fine. But it's at least recording over there. That's fine.
The steps are full of snow, so we're going to move it somewhere on that side.
We were able to go on to IP address by Internet Explorer.
לא הסירו מפחד, לא מחצי גבר, לא ידענו רק בלהות טבעי חושק, ואחר עשה
What? Done.
Yeah.
Now the server that was encoding it seems to have had an issue by you. I don't think
Exactly so.
Adam. I wanted to take it off now. Let go, let go.
This is the bakery you should bake in 16 days. Right. He's come Friday. The best thing in London, the best hour tomorrow was
Oops, sorry. Tell what needs to be on there. Windows stating, whatever, it's online. They'll be able to see that stuff. They'll be able to see the entire thing after. It's on it. It's just the encoding server shut down. I don't know why. YouTube. I'll have to contact them after. Find out what happened. I'm gonna go up. That would be very nice.
Skadal v'skadash meirabo. Kilmod v'roch rusev yamlich malchusev yatzmach b'kornei v'korei mishichei. Vayechoyne v'yemechoyne v'chay l'chol beis Yisrael b'agalo v'zman koriv imru amei. Shehei shabam v'rach yolom lomei olmayo. Yiskorach v'yishtabach v'yispoar v'yishrimam v'yisnasei. V'yisador v'yisalev v'yisalol shmeri gotcho brichu. Lo mikol b'chosa v'shirosa tishb'chosa v'nechamosa damirom yolmo v'imru amen. Yehei shlom rabba min shemayo v'chayim tevim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. V'yiseh shalom v'reimo v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Don't take a picture of them.
No problem.
I'll picture it all with him in the palace.
They don't want the big They don't want the cool. This is where we're going to stop the transmission, as requested by the family. Tell him that we will film, but we will not transmit. I stopped transmission.
צריכים עזרה כל אחד? תחום.
stopped transmission.
No, you can.
I'm not transmitting, but I'm going to record.
She said the stream is on.
What? Nobody's on right now. Just a recording here, local, not transmitting.
They want.
Oh, they do want it?
Just follow behind.
Okay.
Just follow behind without
Okay.
showing the.
Okay.
Without showing the.
Okay. They requested to turn it off, but now they asked to turn it back on. I don't know. Anyways, I turn it back on now. I don't know. They requested that I turn it off, but now they want it back on, so I turn it back on.
ומכפר אבון ולא ישחית, ועיר בו לא שיעבוי, ולא יוריחו חמוסוי, ורח ומכפר אבון ולא ישחית, ועיר בו לא שיעבוי, ולא יוריחו חמוסוי, ורח ומכפר אבון ולא ישחית, ועיר בו לא שיעבוי, לא יוריחו חמוסוי. ידידים וקרובים מתקרבים לכיסוי הקבר, גוטה פרנק וסל צודקני, ארוך ומניש איש מודיען, לא מהידיים, לא ריק. חסד, חינום, תעשה, וספוס הנגעת תעשה הקשורה ועשה צדיק בכל החוב עצות טובים איך אפיים עולי רחמים חמון לא בחוסנה לבוי סובונים כי לך אדוי אסיכויס רחמים צדיק אתה אדינוי לא מסלח יויס אשר באותך פתאום כרוחויס חלילה לכו זיכרוננו לכויס ועינוי נכו רחמים עולי נכוחויס כי לך אדוי רחמים ואסיכויס אדום אם בן שנו יהיה אלף שנים יחיה מה יתרונו כי לא יהיה ברוך דיין האמס ומיס ומחיה ברוך הוא כמדינוי הוא משוטט הכל בינו משלם לאדום חשבונו בדינוי והכל ישמור דיה איתנו ואדונו אדוני קיצרי משפטך צדק בדובך ודזכה בשופטך והי נערך עמידה שופטך צדיק אתה דינוי ויושר משפטך דיין אמס וצדק ואמס ברוך דיין האמס שכל משפטו צדק ואמס נבט שלך ביודך צדק מלוא ימינך ביודך אחרי מפליטה צום יודך ותאמר למלוך חרף יודך גדול היצור רב על הדליו אשר נרוק כוחו יסתכל לכם בני אדום ועושה תשחיתכו ברפאים הללום להגיד כי יושר אדינוי צוריב לעלו סבו אדינוי נשום אדינוי לקוח יהי שם אדינוי מברך וברכו לכפר אבו ולא ישחיס ויבוא להושיב אפוי לא יועיל כל חמוסוי
Kadash may rabo the mod who was the skalato wa chayo mesayo wa soko yason chayo mo polivnik harta the Jerusalem wa shachel techol wa bagavo wa mekar pulchon on the chromi aro la savu pulchon de shmaili asro yam le khut shbrichu bam khusevi korei yatsma pekone korei mishiche khay khoin ve khoin ve khay de khol beis Israel Fagolo Guzman Korif Himru Amen. Yisparach, Yishtabach, Yispor, Yishimam, Yisnasei, Yisador, Yisalev, Yisalol, Shmedi Kucho, Brihu, Elom, Kol Hufoso, Vishiroso, Tishbuchoso, Venechamoso, Amirom, Yolmo, Vimru Amen. Yehei, Shlom Rav, Min Shemai, V'chaim, Olein, V'al Yisrael, Vimru Amen. V'yiseh, Shalom, Dremo, V'yaseh, Shalom, Olein, V'al Yisrael, Vimru Amen.
Hey, Mole Racham, Shoichem, Amroivim, Am, Seminoch, Nechona, Gava, Shrino, V'malo, Eskedor, Shimutorim, Kezor, Akiyah, Mazirim, Venishmas, Chaim Elazar, Chaim Elazar ben Azriel, שהולך לא ילומוי, בעבור שכל המשפח נספללים, ולא יסנים בנין אל הצדוקו ואזכרוס נשמוסוי, וגן עדן תה מנוחוסוי, לוחם ברחמים, יסתירהו בסדר נפוב לא ילומים, ויצרו ביצרוי רחיים איזה שמוסוי, אדוני ינחלוסוי, וינוח בשולוי מהמשכובוי, ונוי מר אמן. חיים אלעזר בן עזריאל, בשם החבר קדישה, בשם החברים שססקו בכו, בשם כל משפחתך וידידיך. אני מבקש ממך סליחה ומחילו, אם חס ושלום פגום נזה דובו בתיאורו, בנסיעה סמיתו או בתיקון הקבר, סלח לו לנו כשגוגוי. כל מה שעשינו היה לכבודך על פי מנהגי ירושלים עיר הקודש. אנו פרויסם אויסכם יוסחובר וכל חברו יגודו איזשהו. לך בשלום, סונוח המשקוף בשלום, וסמוי לגורכו לקיץ היומי. היינו מלסטוי, בס כל משפחתך וידידיך, וחיים ושלום יהיה לנו, ולכל ישראל עד העולם אמן. תהי נשמע עשוי צורו וצורו החיים.
We'll make a line by the parking lot of the son and the brother. It's a minute to put on a stone or something on the kever.
I do. What do you say? It stopped now? Okay, which part is it up to? Oh, okay. That's fine. Hopefully it'll turn back on when we get there.
Right.
Was it frozen before?
Okay, I'll let you. Thanks.
Oh, you got the whole thing? Yeah, yeah. Hey, thanks. Boy? What?
Huh?
Watch out.
Yeah, oui.
It's over in 5 minutes, and I'll talk to you then, okay?
אמרו כמנחם ואיפה מתוך שער בירושלים.
סוגרים, סוגרים.
Okay.